Hey everybody, happy Sunday evening. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. My husband worked a lot this weekend, but we were able to spend some time today together as a family, so that was awesome. I'm upstairs in our guest room right now. We'll see if the internet cooperates. So I'm here tonight to talk to you guys. A little bit of real talk, a little bit of talk from my heart. Something I don't talk a whole lot about, and that's the business opportunity that doTERRA provides. Hi Jamie, hi Kelly. It's not something that I talk about a lot, mainly because there's just such a negative connotation with direct sales. And so I'm here tonight just to give you a little bit about my story and just talk a little bit about what a business with doTERRA provides. So had you known me 2.5 years ago, I was a stay-at-home mom. I had a college degree, but my true passion was to be able to stay at home with my babies and to be a mom. My kids were little. They were 4 and 2 at the time, and we're a military family, so I was completely new to this area, which is Colorado Springs. We knew a couple families here, but not too many. So I just had this yearning in my heart. I just knew that I wanted something more. I just needed something more for myself. I loved being home, but my kids were getting a little bit older. They were getting a little bit more independent, and I knew that I just needed something for myself. So I would Google stay-at-home mom opportunities in Colorado Springs, and I would get a lot of like fake stuff pop up, and I would get a lot about direct sales. So I'll be honest, I had a very negative thoughts, very negative connotation about direct sales, multi-level marketing, you name it. I had, experienced a little bit in the past. I didn't really know much about it, about how it worked. I just knew how it kind of made me feel when I was at, parties, and I maybe wasn't so interested in the product or whatever they were sharing, but I felt like I had to buy. I felt like people were kind of pushy, kind of fake, a little desperate, and that sounds terrible now that I'm in direct sales, but it was just kind of the way that it made me feel. And so I kind of vowed to myself that I would never have anything to do with it. I would never be a part of it in a million years. And so I actually reached out on a neighborhood website, and I, reached out and said, does anybody know of any stay-at-home mom opportunities, any legitimate stay-at-home mom opportunities? And I thought to myself, if anybody reaches out to me about doTERRA essential oils, I'm going to go for it. I've been researching essential oils. I was having some things happen in my life. I was having lots of anxious feelings. My kids were always sick, and I kept Googling them, and natural, solutions for those things, essential oils, kept popping up. Didn't really know too much about doTERRA being part of a, direct sales company or anything like that, but I reached out. And so the first person to comment was actually Jamie Dibble, who's on here tonight. And, she said, there's a business opportunity with doTERRA. And so I was like, well, that's really weird, because I had about 40 or 50 people comment about it. And she was the first one, and it was, in my head that if anybody commented about that, I was going to go for it. So she came over, we met, I got to experience the oils for the very first time. I got to be educated about the oils for the very first time, and I was blown away. I knew that there were so many other moms, other friends that I had that were first-time moms that could absolutely benefit from these oils. I knew there were people in my family that could use these oils because there's something natural to try. They've been around for thousands of years, and they actually work. It was crazy. We had so many successes. And so I thought, like, where have these been all my life, honestly? Like when I was in high school and I was, playing tennis all the time and training all the time, I had really sore muscles. Where were they, when I was first pregnant and couldn't take anything, when I was feeling nauseous, when I was having lots of head tension? Where were they then? Where were they when I had my first baby and he was super fussy and I was feeling overwhelmed and anxious and all those things? Where were they at that point? Because I could have really, really benefited from them. So Jamie explained to me a little bit about the business opportunity, and I'll be honest, I had some reservations. I was like, I'm not going to be good at this. First of all, I'm introverted. I am not a people person. How am I ever going to be good at this? I've had no formal business training before. I have no experience leading a team. How the heck am I ever going to be able to do this? I'm not a good salesperson. I'm not good at selling things. And Jamie just kind of basically told me, just share these, use these and share your experiences with others. The oils sell themselves. And so I was like, okay, let's go and try it and do this. And so one of the big things when I started doing doTERRA is that I wanted to be true to myself. I knew that I didn't want to be somebody I wasn't. I didn't want to lose any friends or, have people not want to talk to me anymore because they'd be like, oh, if I talk to her, all she's going to talk about are these oils. That was really important to me. I didn't want to be like that. Another big thing was I wanted to still be able to stay at home with my babies. Super important to me to be a stay-at-home mom and to have my kids, to be home every day when my kids come home from school, or be able to take them to school and volunteer and just be there for all those things. That was really, really big for me. And I'll be honest, when I first started, I kind of did it as a hobby. I kind of just did it here and there just as I had time, and it was great. I got my oils paid for, and then I went to convention in 2015 and I was blown away. I saw these people that were achieving these really great things in doTERRA, and I just looked at myself. I did a lot of self-reflection, and I was like, you've never half-assed anything. Why are you half-assing this? And so I decided at that point, I came home, got off that, or actually I was on that plane. I remember Jamie and I planned like crazy, and I was like, I'm going to put my all into this. I'm going to do this. And I haven't looked back since. I have worked really hard, probably ever since then, the last year and a half. And so, I've been starting to earn supplemental income. Not only I've kept my friends, hopefully I don't annoy them too much, but I've grown so much as a person. I've learned so much about myself. But when you start your own business, it's way out of your comfort zone, and it's something completely new, completely different. And I really have grown so much as a person. There's so much personal development that this business entails. And so I've grown, and I'm a completely different person than I was probably, about 2.5 years ago. So one of the great things about this business is I work when I can. It's my business, so I get to set my time frames for it. I teach classes in the evenings and the weekends. I, do play date classes. I meet with people. They bring their kids, I bring my kids. We meet, I do one-on-ones with people, sometimes with or without kids. I teach classes on Facebook. I message people sometimes just on Facebook or through text message. I make it work with my schedule because it's my business and I get to make of it what I want. And like I said, I'm there for my kids. I'm able to take them to their events, but still work this business on my terms. Another beautiful part about this business is that you can make of it what you want. There are no requirements. You do have to make a monthly order, but there's no requirements as far as how much you have to share or sell or anything like that. You can simply just do it because you want something to do to get out of the home. You can share it to get your oils paid for, to earn extra income, supplemental income. I have to share a story. So Jamie Dibble is on here. She's actually on a plane right now. She's coming back. She's doing an awesome club called Diamond Club. And so she's on a plane right now. She went to Minnesota, where I have quite a big team in Minnesota growing. So she went there to teach a bunch of classes, and it's snowing there, and she's stuck on a plane. So thank you, Jamie. But Jamie and I started right around the same time, and her husband is actually, his last day of work is this Friday. So this is their income now. This is their life. There is such a huge opportunity when it comes to doTERRA. People are looking for natural health solutions, and it's a big deal. He's able to quit his job and stay at home, and they'll be able to live life on their terms. So there's absolutely an opportunity when it comes to this business. But the great thing about it is you can make of it what you would like, and you can do as much or as little as you want. So this past February, I hit the leadership rank of gold. It was hard work. There are ranks in doTERRA, and then there are leadership ranks. Silver is the first leadership rank, and it just basically means that you have a team underneath you growing, you have structure in your team. And so I was able to go to my first leadership retreat this past February, as in like 2 weeks ago. And it was awesome. It was amazing. I was able to, be surrounded by other leaders in doTERRA, and it's crazy because they're all different shapes and sizes, and what you think of, there's no certain, like, if you think of a wellness advocate with doTERRA, there's no set type of person. There's just a ton of different people that do this as a business, and it was so cool to see because everybody does it differently. Some people build it online, some people build it, through one-on-one, some people do a bunch of classes. It was just so cool to see that, and it really relit the fire within me, and just, really realized that I'm in this. This is now what started off as a hobby it's now my career. My kids are going to be in school full-time next fall. And so this is my career, this is my passion, and if I'm going to do this, like I said, I'm not going to half-ass it. I'm going to go to the top. And so that's what I'm shooting for. So I've been doing this now. It'll be 2.5 years next have I made mistakes? Absolutely. But now I understand what works, what doesn't work. what you can do in your business to really help it to grow. And so I can't do this without my team. I have an amazing team underneath me. And I'm ready to take it to the next level. I'm really going to be pushing for the upper ranks in doTERRA. And I can't do that without, a team underneath me. And so the people that work with me, they're absolutely never alone. We are all here for everybody on this team. Our team is very, very supportive. You are never alone. Jamie taught my first probably 5 or 6 classes for me. I never could have done it without the support of our team. And everyone's just very positive, just very, very, the culture of doTERRA is just so different than anything else I've ever been surrounded by. And so everything's just very, very positive and no drama. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing to be a part of. So I'm really pushing. I'm going to be working really, really hard the next couple of, months, years. This is something that you won't see me quit at. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go for the top. And so I'm ready to launch, a couple of new legs, really start working for Diamond and the higher ranks. And I'm looking for more people to join me on this journey. I have like I said, a wonderful team, but it takes so many people to start this business and to grow this business. And the thing about it is I'm going to meet you where you're at. There's no pressure when it comes to this. If you're on my team, I have some people that just simply share their oils because they're fun. Some that are, really working to supplement an income, and some that work and they want to do this, full time. It's up to you. I meet you where you're at. I have some people that are stay-at-home moms. I have some that are moms that work full-time. I have some that don't have kids that work full-time. There's no set thing, no set type of person. And like I said, I had all these reservations when I first started doing this as business, but you can absolutely overcome them. And if I could do it, you can do it. Really, really anybody can do this. So if you're curious as to what the business side of doTERRA involves, if this is something you see yourself, interested in natural health care, or you just love sharing your oils, or just want something else to do, if you were like me, just wanting a little something else, I'm going to be doing a class tomorrow on Facebook all about the business side of doTERRA. I'm going to talk about just what you need, how to begin it, how to start it, all that sort of things. And then I'm going to be following it on with a 2-week training about how to launch your business. So for me, I know a lot in the beginning was, how do I sample? How do I talk to people about oils? How do I get people to come to a class? How do I teach a class? What kind of language do I use? How do I follow up? All those things that you need to know more about when you're starting off with a business. So I'm going to be doing a follow-on training for that. So I'll post a link in the comment section, but you can message me. I would love to talk to you if you have any questions at all. I know I had a million questions for Jamie. Jamie can attest to it. I had a million questions when I first started off. And I had lots and lots of blocks about I don't think I can do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. But you can. You absolutely can. It is doable, and you can still stay true to yourself and, share the wonderfulness that is doTERRA and what is essential oils. So, that's about all that I have. And I'll be honest, this is not a get rich quick kind of thing. You absolutely have to work. You have to put the work in. But when you put the work in and you stay consistent, you will see results with it. I've been so blessed by doTERRA. I can't tell you how much it's done for me as a person, but it's done so much for me with my family. My son came in, I was getting ready to do this, and he's like, Mommy, my head hurts really bad. And what did I do? I reached for something natural. I was able to go downstairs and reach for the essential oils and put them on his forehead, and he's asleep now. And, 2.5 years ago, I wouldn't have had that. I would probably give him some ibuprofen or Tylenol or something. And not that there's anything wrong with those, but it's just nice to be able to have something natural to try first with my family. So, doTERRA's blessed our family immensely, and I can't say enough good things about it. So if you are curious about the business opportunity, or just curious about oils in general, I'm always here. You can always reach out to me. So that's about all I have. Hope everybody has a great rest of your Sunday evening. Have a great weekend. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Bye-bye.